And we're back. All right, see now. Boom, the 7-second delay. There we go. All right. Sorry, my OBS froze on me and it was acting really weird. I couldn't see anything.
We're shooting
On
these
this
crazy
side, I
scenes
still
with them.
can't. So it is what it is. But we're getting into some stuff, people, because I actually genuinely enjoy like watching how stunt folks react. It's so dangerous and difficult to do.
We did it, and I got it.
Oh, sorry. Whoa, what was that? That looks both CG and like sped up.
We did it, and I got it the first
Damn.
time.
Woo! Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We were shooting these crazy scenes with them.
I also love that corridor crew was able to get actual like stunt people, the people that did the stunts, onto their sets to like talk about both the process and the thoughts and like what it takes to do these particular scenes. So
Some of the most fun I ever had making a movie.
You're one of the leads in the Jack.
I hate, so also I will say, watching these videos, you start to pick out, you start to be able to learn and pick out like different
We
things.
were shooting these crazy
like
scenes
watch
with
this
them.
guy right here.
Some of
Like that's Jackie Chan,
most
actual
fun
fight scene.
I ever had.
That's the animator. Look at the actor in the back right here. Look at what he's doing. Look at this guy in the back right here. Right? And like the way he
You're
kicks.
one of the leads in the.
That is, it's so like, I'm waiting for my cue. I'm waiting for my cue kind of acting. Which again, clearly he's not like a film actor, but I mean like not a film actor. He's very clearly not a an action star per se. Like he's not used to it. So it is a thing, but like it's you start to like, the further along you go into this journey, the more you start to be able to recognize those moments. Like they broke down, this is the channel that broke down the Star Wars episode, I think it was 7, the Kylo Ren and Rey fight in the throne room kind of thing, and the guard just waiting for their moment to attack. I think it was this crew that broke that down. So like you start to notice.
The Jackie Chan movie.
I forget that Jackie Chan is it. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of bad. I forget that Jackie Chan's alive sometimes. To be honest, I love Jackie. Don't get me wrong. It's just like it's been a while since he's like really been active. He's a terrible father, unrelated, mm, but yeah.
Oh crap!
Sorry, this is also like a very
Chan movie.
yes, Fossabot. Yes, sorry, that was the first time Fossabot has run for me. Yes, there we go, Fossabot. That's what I want you to do. Sorry, I'm excited. I like to figure out technology. So this zoom in, the camera is focused on the couch and not on his face. I just wanted to point that out. The DP in me, I would have been so pissed if I watched this video after the fact, but it's YouTube, so who cares?
Oh crap! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Stuntmen React. It's a very special episode because Ben Wong is joining us.
I love that this guy, the black guy to your left, my mouse isn't showing, so I can't circle him. I love the fact that he's basically a part of the Corridor Digital family at this point. He is he's been doing stunt acting for so long. He was Chadwick Boseman's stuntman for both, I think, all of the Black Panther films that Chadwick was in, all the Black Panther scenes. He's done so much work. He's also produced his own thing. Like he did a My Hero Academia style self shoot a few years ago, which we'll watch one day. So I love the fact that like anytime they do a Stuntman React, basically they bring him on, because now it's like featuring Ben Wong. It's not featuring him, which is cool.
The Karate Kid from the new Karate Kid film. He's gonna tell
There's
a story
there's another Karate Kid film, dude. We just did one like a decade ago. Why we did a Karate Kid film and a Karate Kid TV show. Why do we need another Karate Kid movie? So nobody in chat heard you, but basically they said because somebody was racist, and this is the Asian boy. The original Karate Kid was racist about Jaden Smith. The fans or like actors? Which act? Jackie Chan? The white boy? Really? Oh, that's sad. Did he have training? Okay. I was about to say, because he didn't look like it. Right. Was it the original Karate Kid? Or was it the Barney Simpson's guy? The villain, technically, in Karate Kid 1. Okay. That sucks.
The movie, breaking into the biz, working with Jackie Chan. It's gonna be a good time. Ben, what's up?
Not much, man. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks
I'm
for
really
joining us.
glad that we got to make this happen. Big fan of the show. I think the earliest one I remember watching is The Glitch.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
that's
You've been watching for a long time.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Look at his hair.
That's
a minute.
Oh God, like look at his hair versus his hair. He's married now. He has children. It's a long time.
Memories of like hiding under the stairs after like a Boy Scout meeting. You're like, yo, this is sick.
So we have
I do want to say I do love that though. Like that is one of the cyclical and fun things about this medium or these mediums is this young man watched this channel, was being an actor, goes on to be an actor, stars in the movie Karate Kid. Whether or not we want this movie, I'm not going to discredit actors for taking roles because you want to eat at the end of the day. I get it. It's not your fault. It's the studio's fault, always, every time. But then be able to like make a film and then come back to a channel that you like enjoy that helped you fall in love with the filmmaking process. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Goal, I want to end up on that couch one day dissecting stuff. So.
We have an exclusive clip here. We have a fight scene from the new Karate Kid. Tony has generously given us for the show.
Thank you, Sony.
See, PR and promo. That's the power. We just talked about YouTube being an avenue into Hollywood. They're using this show as PR for announcing the new Karate Kid movie and getting people hyped for it.
Uh-oh, ominous.
Yeah, wait, why is that stuff moving?
Right, sorry, y'all. We don't got free yet.
Home is where your couch
We're not
and
getting
your
T-Mobile.
Wi-Fi
Don't buy
are.
T-Mobile.
And with free 2-day
They're not
shipping,
sponsoring me.
you can order your Wi-Fi early. So
They don't sponsor.
Just waiting for a guy to just come flying out from the side.
You a filmmaker?
Dude, nice.
This is like classic Jackie Chan style fight scenes, which I'm not mad at.
Now you see me, huh?
Who is it?
Sorry. I do kind of like, all right. Jackie Chan being in Karate Kid is like interesting because he wasn't originally like, the original. And wasn't he also in the Jaden Smith one too? I think it was in the Jaden Smith one, if I'm not mistaken. So like this particular like fight scene is very Jackie Chan coded, like his traditional movie style. Like the sounds, the fighting with props, like the humor.
Dude, nice.
It's kind of all right. I don't like remix upon remix, but I do like the fact that they make it like this is Jackie. Like it's also giving. Sorry, I'm pausing out, but it's also giving. If you ever watched what is it? What's the movie? The Three Ninjas. It's also giving some of that.
Now you see me, huh?
Who is it? Hey, Mom.
Hi.
What, you get to fight Jackie?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
He's not just like standing with a cane. Like,
Right.
this is the first thing that I shot with Jackie.
Wow.
Wow.
He showed up.
That's
like,
the
he flew
first.
in,
That's his first.
and-
That's the first scene you do with Jackie is a full-on fight scene. That's an introduction. I wonder if this kid first. They're probably gonna talk about if he has martial arts training, but like that's high, dude. Like that's one of the masters of fight choreography in Hollywood, dude. Jesus.
and all the radio
in chat.
Chad was like, Jackie's landed. And then it was, Jackie wants to drive himself. And then they're like, what do we do? Do we let him? And then they're like, too late, he's driving himself. And then like Jackie pulls up in an SUV. We were able to beat out and previs a lot of this stuff before Jackie got there.
Yeah.
Showed him what we had, and then he was like, okay, good. Now let's do this. So one of them was right at the beginning. So you were like, those pots are moving.
Yeah,
Someone's there. That was Jackie's idea.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the filmmakers are like, we'll show the windows open, and then we'll go to your face, and you're gonna be like, and then they're like, is that gonna sell that maybe someone's in the house? And talking, Jackie's like, too long. And then
I love that he's been in here so long. Like Jackie's been in filmmaking where one, he can just show up onto a set and like, this is what we're doing. It's like, all right, I love that. Here are also my ideas. Like as a like that is the creative process in a nutshell. That's also very, very beautiful. Man, it's so hard to like separate the actor from like the person because again, he is a terrible father, but an amazing. Like I genuinely think I still would want to like do a movie with Jackie before he goes.
the filmmakers are like, well,
How old is Jackie Chan? Actually, Jackie Chan age. Jackie Chan.
show the
Oh
window.
no, wait. Assuming this is actually correct. Jackie Chan is 71 years old. Isn't this the same kid that did the TV series that came out with Michelle? And he's a really terrible father. And so, what series with Michelle? Michelle Obama? Let's look this up. Karate Kid 22 Legends. So Ralph Macchio, so that's the original guy, I think. No, is Ralph Macchio the original Karate Kid? I don't think Ralph Macchio is the original Karate Kid, is he? Wait, who is? Oh no, I gotta look this up real quick. Hold on. How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. Barney Stinson, Karate Kid. Okay, so Ralph Macchio is the villain in Karate Kid. He isn't the OG actual Karate Kid, like the guy who has the title. Why are you looking at me like this? Sorry, what's happening?
That is the original Karate Kid.
No, Ralph Macchio is the he was a quote unquote villain. All right, Karate Kid original. Cast. Ralph Macchio. Okay, William Zabka. Okay, my bad. Zabka. He's a because listen, man. I didn't listen. It's been a while. All right, it's been a while. All right. Somebody was arguing me down that Ralph Macchio was the original Karate Kid. I'm sorry. I was misremembering it wrong. William Zabka is Barney Stinson's he is Barney Stinson's hero because he was the villain and he considers him to be the actual Karate Kid. So I forgot about Ralph Macchio, who was played by Daniel LaRusso, who apparently was racist towards Jaden Smith, which, fuck that guy, if that's true. So what is this kid's deal? His name is Ben Wong. And he did something with a Michelle. Don't play with you. My bad, man. Listen, we correct mistakes on this stream. The stream is about learning and being accountable. So Asian Michelle. Who the hell is Asian Michelle? If I type Asian Michelle into Google, will I get banned? Ooh, Ming-Na Wen. Ming-Na Wen is all right. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ming-Na Wen being in anything is gonna get me to see it. I love Ming-Na. She is an absolute legend. Anything with Ming-Na in it, I am watching. So Karate Kid Legend has me sold already. F everything else. I don't care about Jackie. I don't care about Ralph Macchio, Ben Wong. Who are you? Ming-Na Wen is in this movie. I don't care for 30-second appearance. I am watching for her. Straight up. I'm gonna keep it a buck. She is OG. She's amazing. She deserves all the plaudits and a lot more love. American Born Chinese. Okay. Disney Channel show? All right. And Jimmy Lou, Stephanie Shu, Kishu Kwan, Daniel Lubu. I don't see anything about no Michelle. Let's look up Ben Wang Michelle controversy. I don't know this one. Oh, Michelle Yo. Okay. Listen, it's not coming up. You went to the premiere. He was the lead. You went to the premiere? Oh, look at you, fancy pants. Look at you. You went to the premiere. Oh, fancy. You as a martial art head, don't play with you. My bad. I don't. It's nothing coming up about him apologizing. So I'm not sure what the issue was. Yeah. Okay. But either way, Jackie Chan is 71. Oh man, you ain't say that. All right. You gotta type. You gotta type better. This guy's in the room with me. And he's typing his poor as shit. So he was basically saying, like, if you look in the chat, he said, I saw a lot of appreciation posts about him and him apologizing. Yes, because he was apologizing to his son for not being a good father, probably. Type in Jackie Chan, bad. The first thing I type in bad, dad shows up, by the way. From Reddit, damn, that's interesting. Jackie Chan is either a savage or a bad father. Jackie Chan said he won't be passing his property to his son, instead donating to charity. There's other stuff, and I do think one of his children are gay or LGBT, something like that. I don't want to speak too much because I'm gonna get it wrong. Yeah, Jackie Chan admitted to being a total jerk. Yeah, so we're not gonna get into that. But yeah. Back to the video. Stuntman react to the Karate Kid.
Nose open, and then we'll go to your face, and you're gonna be like,
I
and then
don't
they're
want to
like,
spread rumors unnecessarily. It's known that he was a bad dad, but I don't know what for and to who and for why. I don't want to misspeak and misjudge. I don't do much judgment other than misogyny. We don't do misogyny here. We don't do Actually, all right. Sorry. Before we hold on, quick. I gotta say this one piece, right? And forgive me because it's all over the place. I'm sorry. There are now podcasts and young black men making the rounds for being anti-misogyny, anti-sexism, and calling out the bullshit that us men do, especially black men. It comes to me because I am of this ilk. So, in terms of like being anti-misogyny, so it definitely comes back to my feeds and my socials, which I appreciate. But I want more people to see it, right? Like somebody said, "Oh, why do women love you?" Like they were making a point. Like guys ask them, like, "Why do women appreciate them? Why do women spend time with them? Why are women around them all the time?" It's like, he's like, "Cause I'm not a fucking dickhead." That's it. And that goes a long way, guys. Like fellas, that goes a long way. Just be kind and look at women as like people and not objects to sleep with. And I promise you, your life will get better. I personally am surrounded by like women and beautiful women at that. And it's because I don't look at them as people to just sleep with. Like that's not my intention with 95 to 80 to 99% of the women that I talk to. I want actual friendships and communication. So yeah. Anyway, back to this.
is that gonna sell that maybe someone's in the house? Talking, Jack is like, too long. And then, and then he had two of his stunt guys with him. Paul, get fishing string. Jun, get tape. And then he typed the fishing string into the thing. And he goes, shoot like this. And then we were like, okay, yeah, because it's Jack.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, Paul.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As a director, it's insane, right? Because you are supposed to be the person in charge of most things. But as somebody with as much knowledge as Jackie Chan comes into the room, how much do you acquiesce? how much do you say, all right, Jackie, we'll follow your lead? Honestly.
pull. And they're like, wooka, wooka, wooka. And then it's that. And it sells,
Yeah, it
right?
sells. It's so good.
Perfect. It's like economy. Like you show that and you're like, okay, that can't just happen from the wind or a mouse. And that spin I'm really proud of because that was gonna be a stuntman. And then we were shooting the previs and I was next door and they were prevising it. So I'm looking and like both stunt guys are doing it and they're having a hard time. And I heard the stunt coordinator go, God, if you guys keep messing this up, I'm gonna get Ben to do it. And I know that was meant to like light a fire under their ass, but I'm sitting there like, I think we can do this. I was like,
I like that. Man said I can do
I was
it.
like, something in my brain, I was like, because, you know, I'm a dancer, I know how to spin.
Right.
And that's one thing I learned how to do. So I was like, I think I kind of understand. And then I was like, can I try it? He was so frustrated. He was like, yeah, get the thing. So I rigged up. And they go, 3, 2, 1, action. He yanks that thing. The key is you spin twice, you catch yourself in time to sell the reaction, and then you flip over when you throws the thing. And we did it, and I got it the first time. Woo! Yeah.
Yes.
First
and
take.
Then, and then
We love a first take. We love a first take. Save us time.
Tom was like,
Although I'm not gonna lie, I always do things at least twice just for safety. Like just to have a second in case.
I also heard that you have a little small martial arts background.
yeah, that's right. I started out doing after school taekwondo.
That's how I got
Nice.
started. After school taekwondo is where it's at.
I have to go to I did.
And
Fun fact, I'm a yellow belt in Taekwondo. All right, sorry, I didn't know why I held that for so long.
I've been doing Wing Chun for a while,
Moving
too.
on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did any of that help you prepare for the film?
It was very different. I'll tell you what I actually think was the thing that helped me the most, which is that I went to NYU
Yep.
for musical theater.
So Tish.
And,
Wow.
Yeah, so Tish, and I trained professionally in dance. Throwing a punch is
Okay.
important, knowing the proper
Okay,
form for
choreography,
doing
so
those
the
things is important
choreography.
to selling the fact that you're a person who knows how to do that. But the discipline itself
Yeah,
has
it's
a
the
lot
choreography
more to
part
do
of it.
with how well you understand rhythm and how well you
Yeah.
can pick up choreography.
See, what did I say? Like stunt coordination is a lot of choreography. It's almost like dance, right? Because there's beats that you have to hit. There's moments. There's movements. The partner aspect of it. It's not like if you understand how to fight and like the basics of martial arts and stuff like that, it helps us be able to sell the moves themselves. But the actual choreography part of it is more similar to dance, especially with like a partner.
So what Jackie added was the pot. He added the jump out from the corner.
Sorry. Interesting thing we could dissect one day. We'll watch some stunt choreography at one point and watch some dance choreography at one point, and we'll find what the similarities are. Like martial arts, stunt choreography, dance choreography, and like we can see how they mesh together.
Okay.
There's one swipe at the front. It was originally, it's a block, and I don't do that second swipe. Okay. But yeah, so he added that, and then that light switch kick where he
That is,
was
see,
like,
told you
"Now
that's
see me."
Jackie.
Jackie, that was Jackie.
Did not say that was Jackie. I said that was some Jackie shit. I know Jackie Chan.
He's like, I'm gonna flip you with my foot. He goes, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this, and then you go like that. And I was like, yes, sir.
When we think Karate Kid, there has been
The roll
a
over the
specific
table.
style
Definitely Jackie.
to when we look at Karate Kid movies.
Sure.
Right? There's a particular way how the fights are choreographed and how the fights move and
They're
the
pretty,
rhythms
like-
and the beats. And then this one is, you're doing a Jackie Chan movie. And
See, what did I say? Didn't I say it? I said this is a Jackie Chan film. The last one with Jaden Smith was pretty similar to like the traditional. This is a full on. So I don't know how he got his hands on. I don't know if it was predetermined, like in the pre-vises and the choreography, how involved Jackie was. But watching that fight scene, that is traditional Jackie fighting. Like it is using the environment. It is using everything at your disposal. It is using everything with humor. It's the roles. It's the blocking.
and you're one of the leads in the Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
See?
Oh crap.
Vindication. I
Now
love
you
the
see me, huh?
vindication.
One thing I always wonder about with Jackie Chan films, especially like with Mr. Chan himself, is like he's
Mr.
in this
Chan.
really interesting position where he's kind of like the Santa Claus of the martial arts world, where like he brings joy and happiness, right? He shows up.
Yeah.
His job is to be like fishing line here, make the pots move, and do this cool move here, and we're gonna do a spin and a flip, which is like it's all fun and it's all games. but there's this whole like mechanism of movie around it also.
The magic of Jackie Chan is that when he wants to do something, the mechanism gets out of his way.
That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the days Jackie are on set is also the days all the producers are on set. And then if Jackie's like, I want to do it like this, no one's gonna be like, no, Jackie.
So that, yeah, that's the, see, I asked that question at first too, is like being on set with Jack, like there's certain people where if they decide like, hey, I'm gonna do it this way, as the director, do you disagree? Like if like we like, cause or the fight, cause like you, so when it comes to like film and blocking and stuff like this, you block out stuff, you previs, you do all this work beforehand, and somebody like Jackie comes and says like, we're gonna change it up. It's like, all right, cool, Jackie, we got you. And for somebody like Jackie by himself or with his people, I would probably be like, all right, cool, because he himself understands, his crew understands how to do this work. So I'm not gonna get in their way. They're gonna do it better than I fucking probably could, to be honest. But then like you have somebody like Ben Wong who's new to this, like how much, like, all right, Jackie, by the way, we have this new kid here. Let's make sure he can handle what you're about to throw at us. Kind of situations do you do?
Do you see that pressure affecting
Because it's
him at
Jackie
all?
though.
No, you can tell when you meet him that there's nothing that he loves doing more, that there's no place that he'd rather be in the world than on a movie set. He loves everything.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save you.
Yeah. Cause I mean, but yeah, I listen, like you can see it, you can tell on everything that he does. And I say this as a full-blown like fan of Jackie. All right, I don't know how to skip, guys. I'm sorry.
About
But
movies
yeah.
and filmmaking.
Oh, these are classics.
So, you guys remember Kill Bill with the big fight scene with all the dudes, the Crazy 88?
Oh, and also Kung Fu Hustle. The
Oh, and Kung Fu Hustle, yes. This is the fight scene that inspired both of those.
Drunken Master too.
Through the table.
How old is he in this? 35?
Dude, Jackie Chan gives me hope for my fitness when I get older.
35 in 1991. That sounds about right. 10 years, so 41 to 2001. So he was 40 when he did Rush Hour. I thought he was in his mid 30s. This man he doesn't age.
I wanted one of these benches so bad.
I think the reason Jackie uses the bench so much is because it's like a common prop in Peking opera and those like Peking acrobatics. It's something that he's familiar with.
It's in the 90s, and this is probably like in China. Like they talk about this a lot on this show and other series, other videos. Like if this was in China and not in America, one, the 90s, the standards for stunt choreography were much lower. China, they're even lower. So some of these people are actually getting hit for real. They're falling for real. I'm assuming all the props are 100% fake, but like a lot of the stuff that you see is like there's no padding on the folks. They're taking real hard hits, man.
God, fingers.
Yeah.
Get him out of the way.
Like some of that stuff might not have been like
That chipper is...
To the
oof,
floor.
damn. Like even some of these things, like they might not have been padding on the floor. They might not have been wearing vests. That hurts. Like that and this. Jesus.
God, that chipper is...
Ooh. Sorry. Look at the look at the beam.
That chipper is...
Like that might have been a real beam in a real location. You don't got no kind of padding on, brother. That hurts.
To the floor. He hits it so hard. Well, Jackie like managed to figure out like the YouTube attention span for like films back before films were doing that
Nice.
stuff. Where it's like, yeah, it's like I need to tell all these beats in the next 5 seconds. How can I stack all these like visual symbols in a way to get the story to you while also
Jesus
giving you a cool
Christ.
fight scene? But we've complained about this a lot in this show, but you know, it's like story, pause the story, fight scene, resume the story. Or it's, you know, cool stuff, pause, lots of physical action, and then continue. It's like, but what's the progress? What are the visual problems being
that's-
solved and the storytelling happening?
I want to hear my hot take, my hot theory on action movies.
Yeah.
I think action movies and musicals are the same, operate on the exact same principles. I went to school for musical theater.
Right.
And one of the things you learn, first of all, and one of the most important lessons
Sorry, before you get to that's a very interesting take. Action movies and musicals operate on the same principles. I don't see where he's wrong. I do think they operate on the same principles, but the execution of each is different. Like, people will use musicals as an opportunity to further the story per se, like because you can speak. There's like the music and like the swelling of music, the softness of music, the expediency of the music, and then there's also lyrics that can verbally express what the character is thinking. You might not get that in action. So I do think while they operate on the same principles, people use the tool of each one differently, right? Because you can have an action film that does that, and there are some that do that. Jackie Chan's movies are really, really good at it. For instance, I think some of the Marvel movies are also good at it, like the uh it's Captain America Civil War. That last fight scene, the iconic fight scene between Captain, Iron Man, and Bucky, that told a story. That was a storytelling device through the fight choreography. Um, the big fight scene that happens on the airport, I think it does a little bit of storytelling, but it's also mostly like that is the beat where the big fight is supposed to go, right? So they have to put a fight there, and then they just found a way to input story elements into the fight at large. So I agree with him in principle. I do think in execution they aren't used exactly the same, to be quite honest, though.
The exact same principles. I went to school for musical theater.
Right.
And one of the things you learn, first of all, and one of the most important lessons, is that in a good musical, the numbers, it's not just for fun. The
Yes.
point is
See?
the songs and the dance, they have to move the story forward. They have to
Correct.
continue telling the story.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what separates a great action movie from a bad one.
See, I made the point, and he was NYU Tish. He agrees with me.
In a bad action movie, when the action scene comes on, you kind of go, okay, cool. When can we get back to the movie?
Right.
I will say that there are some action films where you do not care about anything except for the really cool action sequences. And that's okay too. I think it's okay to have like movies where you turn your brain off and you just enjoy the action for the action's sake versus sorry, I got a text message. Versus like to his point, and this is where I personally love to see more of, where the action tells the story.
It's very
So-
true, and it's tricky. It's tricky because
It's hard. It's really hard to do.
the
It
same
is- it is
people that are
very
good
hard.
at writing like character dialogue aren't always the same people that are good at
Yeah.
figuring out like
Exactly.
Charlie Chaplin style slapstick. And putting
But so, oh my God, sorry. I'm pausing because I'm getting very passionate now. But that's the joy. It's finding the people who can help you with that. Right? Like it's sitting down. Like it shouldn't be the writer says and we fight. And the writer choreographs everything. It should be a conversation between the writers, once it's written, the directors, the stunt choreographers, the stuntmen themselves, and the actors to figure out how do we best communicate the story that we're trying to tell, the dance that we're trying to tell. Is it funny? Is it slapstick? Is it serious? Is it dramatic? Is it emotional? Like, what are the little nuances and beats that we can find to make sure that this gets across perfect the way that we want it to be? So, like, I agree, it is difficult. It's not easy, but that's the joy. I don't know why Fosterbot timer is its own thing. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my chat. Run socials Fosterbot timer. Just run the timer, dude. I don't know why it has to like run the social, like physically say that it's gonna run the socials. But yeah,
it all together.
That's why it's so magical when it happens. When you get a movie that can do all of those things,
Yes.
it's like that's rare.
like I will say Black Panther 1, most of the scenes were like that. Black Panther 2, most of the scenes were like that. So like you wanted to tell your story.
Yeah.
The Chris Hemsworth action movie was not like that. The Chris Hemsworth action movie was by and large a movie where the action told the story. So yeah.
He goes out after them. Imagine having a jump after them.
One of the things you know about Jackie Chan is that he likes to work really fast.
Yeah.
But contradictorily, sort of, another thing that you learn about Jackie Chan is that these fight scenes would take sometimes a month to shoot. Part of it was they were coming up with ideas. Sometimes he would go there and just think all day and be like, I don't have one yet. And he'd go home and he was like, the people making the movies and the people who were financing it, they trusted me enough to go, he'll come up with something. This is part of what it takes to make something like that. So they let him do it. But of course, it's difficult nowadays because with a big studio movie, you know, those are built sets.
Right.
And again, they have to go through steps and steps of notes. And so sometimes the sets aren't built. They don't exist until it's time to shoot in them. We do the best we can. And now we have other technologies like prevising. We can do more sophisticated wire work because you can now do paint outs. And so those things, we can use them to compensate and make things that are new and cool.
I don't know, man. You might be the growings of a new action star.
I'm not gonna lie. He has an understanding of filmmaking and to itself, but also maybe because of his dance background, he also understands the nuances of like what makes an action film really really good. He might actually just be the next action star, like because it takes that level of understanding to bring that to your set as an actor and help your director, help your fight choreographer, to just best like how do we bring out the story.
Oh no! You sound like you.
I don't know if my abs can take it, man.
You sound like you like
He
you
knows,
learned
like he
a
knows,
lot
yeah,
and you
he knows what
retained
he's
the
talking about.
information and you
Like-
got the right head for it.
I'm a
I'm
nerd.
not, I'm not even gonna like. Oh, he said he's gonna about it. That's the kind of stuff that makes me excited to see. I'm excited for the people more than the story for this one. I don't care about Ralph Macchio.
about this stuff.
You got to be a nerd about this stuff.
You have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the actual nerds about this stuff will show up and be like,
Nah, right.
Yeah, you're right about it.
While most drivers go from point A to B, at BMW, we're all about point X. The BMW X3, X5, and X7. Proudly assembled in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Lease BMW X3 for $659 per month.
All right, thank you BMW. Pay me for that ad. Thank you. Skip. How do I skip? There we go.
Shanghai Nights.
I love Shanghai.
I think
Shanghai
this
Nights was a good
is my
movie.
favorite, and I think it's a contender for one of the best Jackie Hollywood fight scenes.
Absolutely.
But what I feel like is that the people who were making this movie respected what Jackie wanted to do
Sorry,
and what he
wait.
does best.
Right.
I see the praise hands. Are you praising Shanghai Nights? Or are you just praising God? Because we could praise God. I could throw on some music. Shanghai Nights was a great movie.
And so they let him do like this, like that's all in a one
Sorry, wait.
to
missed
do
that
and
part.
what he does best.
Right.
And so they let him do like this, like that's all in a one. It's incredible. And it's also really beautiful. Like that's the other thing I love about Jackie Chan's
They're very well
choreography
shot.
is that
Very
they're beautiful. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
yeah, watching a lot of like Jackie Chan's martial arts is like watching sleight of hand from a magician, where it's like, you know, there's not magic. You know, he's just moving a coin around.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can't quite see what they're doing, but the result somehow exists.
But like even a move with that fruit stand where it's like the first move is you sandwich him, the second move is you flip a thing. There's a certain satisfaction to like that sequence, like boom, boom, ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Spielberg's 1, 2, 3. You know, every shot always evolves and just one more thing before it's done.
Another great way to play with expectation is when you think it's gonna end, he does one more thing.
It's very slapstick. It's very it is very Charlie
He's
Chaplin.
really good at getting wire work in the scenes without you knowing it's wire work.
Right.
Like that flip over the guy's back or over his back. You know, that's,
That was wire work?
that's a wire, but it doesn't look like a wire.
It doesn't
feels-
it didn't look like a wire. I never would have known that was a wire unless they said it.
Flip over the guy's back or over his back. You know, that's,
That looks regular. It
that's
just
a
looks
wire,
like he
but it
did
doesn't look like a wire.
It feels fancy, but it feels grounded.
Right. And then here's his love for dance.
His singing in
This
the
is the full,
rain.
yeah, that was the full singing in the rain dance.
Sorry, that's a couple $1 million for you guys.
It's okay. We've written enough fair use emails now. We've got it down pretty good.
I was just saying, they could probably afford it.
We were
That
shooting
was
a lot
probably
of this stuff
necessary.
Hong Kong style, which is we were learning it, you know, a couple minutes before we were rolling.
I love that.
Very interesting that he mentions the Hong Kong style because we talked about that a little bit earlier. And again, some of these things that I'm talking about, I've learned from this channel, by the way. So give Corridor Crew a follow if you don't know who they are. They're like really good at breaking down both visual effects and like stuntman stuff. Hong Kong style is you show up, they teach the choreography, you do it for real. Back in some like modern day Hong Kong, a little bit more padding, but back in the day Hong Kong, no padding.
You have to really be good and on your toes. And the good news is we had one of the best stunt teams that I've ever witnessed.
I came looking for you.
And not to mention Ralph Macchio was also there.
Right.
And he's very
which apparently he's-
similarly like he is the
Apparently, according to chat, he is. Oh, sorry, two things. One, he was racist against Jaden Smith. Two, this color balance, man, that orange is yellow. That is a very severe color contrast there.
face of the franchise. He is the Karate Kid. We were shooting these crazy scenes with them on a rooftop, and it was just me and the two of them and a small limited crew, and it was some of the most fun I ever had making a movie. You're just literally training on a roof. Like I'm not pretending to do any of this. Like that's a heavy log that Jackie Chan is swinging, just like the scenario in the movie. This wooden man. God, this thing. That was one of the first ideas, because we knew there was going to be a training sequence,
Right.
And we knew that there'd have to be some sort of accoutrement of training. Stunt director came up with this idea of like a heavy wooden man, and it's awesome, and it looks awesome. It was like one of the first things that we knew about, so the props department built it, and it was real wood. It was just I came in one day and I saw two giant logs, and I went, okay. I was like, crap. And I was like practicing with this thing. I was like getting just bruised and battered up. Right. Hitting, and then we get on set. The props department was there, and I was like, man, that thing really hurts, huh? And they were like, oh, did you use the rubber version?
What?
Let's take a look at a Karate Kid fight.
Ooh, original Karate Kid from the 80s. Oof.
And Ralph Macchio is
it's
so
more
good
brutal.
at
Sorry.
selling pain.
Okay, sorry. I want to make sure I didn't click anything. I gotta leave this call. Sorry. I joined the call on Discord. Wait. There's a lot of things happening. I don't know what's going on right now. All right, turn it off for a second. Yeah, no, the original Karate Kid, like, I think it was a lot more like 80s, so it was a lot brutal, it was a lot more staccato in the movements. That
Look
looks
at
like a
Karate
hard
Kid
hit.
fight.
Oof.
And Ralph Macchio is so good at selling pain.
It looks brutal.
In the first movie, in all of them, but in the first movie, especially during that final fight when he gets his leg broken, like that scene only works that well because he's selling it so well. And that's not an easy thing to do. That's not something that any old actor can do. Yeah.
One of the most tiring things for me to do is act tired.
Yes.
It's to be out of breath, and you get into that breathing, and the next thing you know, you're tired. You're
Right.
like, whoa.
You shoot these scenes over a week
Oof.
sometimes,
Right.
and it's
It's been a while since I've seen like this particular fight scene. It looks way more brutal than I remember. Like it looks like he's getting his ass kicked.
like you just came back from lunch. And
Like now, like hindsight, I can understand why like people really bought into
you have
it.
to remember that you're tired, and B, your leg is in pain.
Yeah.
When I did my little Karate Kid boot camp that these guys put me through
I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't look like a move that would break somebody's leg, but I get it.
for Punch for Netflix, did a little fight scene, a karate fight scene, and selling pain was the hardest part for me. That was the part. Everybody's like, Nico, you gotta look like you're hurt more and like you're out of breath more. Because like you get hit and it's supposed to be like, oh, like world-ending pain, and then immediately back into like blocking another hit. And it's hard to not be like, "Huh," and just like make it a gesture as opposed to like, actually committing to it.
Do you know that
I that's a good point. How would you direct that? Like how would we direct pain? I think like we'd have to distinguish like levels of excruciatingness, right? Like, all right, did that hurt? Do you do a grimace? Come back up. And like you kind of regaining your composure, like you stub your toe. Like, is that stubbing your toe hurts? Stubbing is it like a stubbing your toe kind of pain? What's like, like going, right? Or do you do more, kind of like gentle, quieter kind of things? And then but like that, it's the theory is it adds up over time. So like, I don't know, should I have my actors like do jumping jacks really quickly so they look more tired? Like, how do you? I'm very curious how like folks direct that kind of stuff on top of getting folks to perform it.
Trick for what noise to make.
No.
I learned this one in drama school. This is one of my favorite things. So the trick is the lower on the body it is, the lower the noise. So it's ah, ooh.
That's pretty good. Get him a body bag. Sorry, 80s is so funny. The 80s are funny. Yo, the 80s are so cheesy, bro.
There it is.
Finish him. Fake him out. Fake him out.
It looks so good too.
So different, like modern fight
Yeah,
scenes.
it's
It has its own flavor and it still hits in its own way.
and I wonder how
But I do think there are fight scenes like this today, though. I think there are definitely fight scenes where it's pretty staccato. It is pretty like hard hitting in this similar style. They are a little bit more faster paced. I think the pacing of Karate Kid was a little bit slower because they like I don't remember how long this was. If you remember how long the fight scene in Karate Kid was, this was the penultimate thing. So I think it stood for a while.
how much of the way it feels and the way it's shot has to just do with the constraints of them making this movie on a small budget.
Yeah,
And having time constraints. I bet it wasn't easy to, because now we know it as like the mega hit.
Right.
But at the time,
I think you had this. You had Rocky.
same director.
Same director.
Oh, same
Rocky
director.
and this were the same director? I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know
But you
that
can
either.
see how this is
That
kind of
makes
like
a lot of sense.
this
Right?
Is, yeah, right?
Is it bad that I've never seen Rocky in full?
Yeah.
I've seen clips and moments. I've never seen the full Rocky movie.
Karate Kid is like Shonen Rocky.
Right. it literally showed them Rocky.
Yeah.
That's fact.
With the Amex Gold Card, you get rewarded for discovering new favorites.
All right, Amex,
From the
I need you to
hottest hot
sponsor
pot
me.
to a new twist on classic.
Anybody that gets free advertising needs to sponsor me because it's not
Means
free.
to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
What is the magic here? What is the secret sauce that takes this and turns it into intention and moves and interesting looking physical motions?
You got it. It's intention and moves and interesting looking physical motions. It's really that. It's as easy as pretend like you're actually fighting. There's a lot more to acting than that, but really a great deal of it is just pretend like you're doing the thing for real.
Right.
Because what people want to see is something true. Film is a very literal medium. So what people see is exactly what they see. It's not like the theater where you can play with the imagination of the audience. But on film, no such thing.
Right.
If you want
Yo,
them
Killer, what's up, cuz? Oh, you didn't know that I was the same director as Rocky either? Wait, did you not know the same director, or you've never seen the full Rocky either? Because for me, it was both.
to think you're fighting, you got to actually make it look like you're really fighting. Intention.
Yes, that's true.
Making sure that the shapes look right and making sure that when you throw a punch, it looks like you're actually throwing.
You've never seen the full Rocky yet. Did you see Creed either? Which, again, I shout out to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Personally, I don't think we needed the Creed movies, but, support Black artists. Only Creed or Creed 3 or Rocky 3. How many Rockies were there? Creed 3. Okay, the one that Michael B. Jordan directed. Gotcha. I know you just joined the stream. I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of Rockies. There was too many Rockies. This kid, Ben Wong, is making me want to see the new Karate Kid movie. This is the fun part about PR. He's doing such a good job, he's making me want to see the movie.
Throwing a
Hate it.
punch. I showed up for training. I was pumped. I was like, they're gonna train me how to do all the fights and stuff. And I was like, what are they gonna start with? Are we gonna learn kick? Are we gonna learn punch? And then the coordinator comes in and I was like, okay.
The trailer looked dope. I didn't see let's go watch the trailer after this. I didn't see the trailer. This is the first thing I saw. Because I was like, oh snap, I haven't seen a Stuntman reacts for Corridor Crew in a while. So we'll watch the trailer after this.
We got to figure out a pose. And I swear to God, we spent like a week figuring out. We tried everything, right? We tried this, we tried that, we tried this, and it's
I
like
felt that snap.
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna lie. He's
we
been
tried this, we
practicing.
tried that, we tried this, and
Like those movements, yeah.
a week.
That's
Yeah,
some
we
good
tried,
martial
we
arts.
tried everything, right? We tried this, we tried that, we tried this.
Yeah,
and it's
those are nice.
like
I felt that snap.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
he said to me, he was like, look, kicking is important, punching is important, but really for you, the most important thing is the pose. It's like you could fight sloppily and then
See, all right. So it's like you could tell the difference between Jackie Chan and the guy who plays Ralph Macchio. And Daniel
and he said
LaRusso.
to me, he was like, look,
Look at
kicking
this
is
right here.
important, punching is important, but really for you, the most important thing is the pose. It's like you could
Like, Jackie
fight
has those
sloppily,
moments
and then
smooth.
but if you punctuate it
Like,
with
Ralph
a
is
pose,
very-
like you're boom, and then the audience
Yeah.
like that guy knows what he's doing.
He's right. He's right.
Absolutely.
They gave him greater. This kid, all right. This kid is gonna go places, man. How old is Benoit? I keep calling him a kid.
Yeah.
You're right.
Even Jackie was like, if there's ever a gap and you don't know what to do, just pose.
Right. Do you think you would have done
I love the fact that he's like very much like soaking in exactly what his elders are teaching him. Good job, young man.
something like this before ever getting the opportunity to do something like this? Being the fact like, oh, I grew up, I did Taekwondo a little bit, and you know what, I'm just gonna get a bunch of homies from my school, we're gonna make a fight scene.
I mean, that has been my dream since I was 6 years old. It's just hard because I grew up in Minnesota. God,
Why you do this to like that?
my dream since I was 6 years old. It's just hard because I grew up in Minnesota. God bless Minnesota, not
Minnesota.
just Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
He grew up in Minnesota, yeah. You know, the Minnesota, not too far from the people, the land of the cheeses.
Great environment, but not a whole
not
lot
bad.
of resources for filmmakers. I was an actor because those were there. You know, there was a community theater,
That's
there was
funny as
school
hell.
theater, but for a filmmaker,
right,
honestly,
I'm a
what I
fan of
had
his.
was
I'm a fan
your
of
guys'
his.
videos. I grew up watching
Nico.
you guys.
Nico.
That's right.
Wow.
That makes you feel like I'm like that is both beautiful and also soul crushing because like somebody says I grew up watching your content. You feel old as hell. Like you would have to feel super old if somebody said they grew up, right? But it's also not too crazy because I've been watching Corridor Crew I think since probably 2021, like 2020, 2021. They've been making content for way longer than that before they started doing like react videos. I will feel so old if somebody came up to me and said, "Yeah, I've been enjoying your content since you were like you first started in 2018." Like, Jesus Christ. Dude, stop reminding me. I don't need to remember that we're 30, okay? I just had somebody talk to me about having children, a random stranger telling me I need to have kids. Ben Wong is only 25, by the way. So mind you, when I say I've been watching this for 4 years, if he was watching for probably longer, he was watching since he was a teenager. I mean, but it's also like it's also a beautiful thing to like be able to influence somebody's career trajectory. For somebody like Ben Wong to be like, yeah, I was very much inspired by what you guys have done and what you guys did to the point where now I'm on a set with Jackie fucking Chan. Like, imagine somebody telling you those words. You inspired me so much that I've achieved a dream that I've had since I was a child. It is both it is like probably moving and also makes you feel old as shit at the same time.
Nico, you've been
Consider
nurturing
subscribing. Subscribe, please.
That is insane tough, dude. That isn't like that's tough to inspire somebody.
But no,
Like this is probably not going to win an Oscar. You know, it's a remake of a remake of a remake, to be quite frank. So it's not going to win an Oscar. But still, like in 25 years, when this guy is probably winning Oscars for future work that he's done, like Nico and all these guys can be like, yo, we inspired
for
him.
real, it's like watching those videos that you guys made. It gave me a sense that I could do it.
You're literally doing that right now for the next group of people that are going to watch this episode. The hero's journey, in a sense, is what happened. And Jackie Chan is your wise old wizard.
Yeah.
He is the wizard of wizards.
Make yourself the Frodo in the room full of Gandalfs.
Let's put that on a motivational.
That's wow. I might tattoo that on my chest.
Ben, it was super cool of you to take the time to come out and join us on the show.
I'm really,
appreciate
really
it.
happy that I got to be out here.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's what we want, chat. That's what we want. We want to inspire. We want to help. We want to encourage. That's what we want. That's what we want to do. All right. I don't know if we want to do music.
This is Clair Obscure Expedition.
I don't know if we want to talk about Clair Obscure. I was going to play today, but I'm probably not. I think I'm going to do a Kevin Lang video because this one is up my alley. Boo. Wait, you wanted to see me watch Expedition 33? I was probably gonna play for like 40 minutes. I could do at least 30 minutes. All right, I got you. Killer Man said we got to do Expedition 33, so that's what we're gonna do. I did leave my controller in a different room, so give me a second. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm in love with this game, dude. Like I almost cried in the prologue. Like if my guy Brandon didn't come to like bring my doorbell, I was going to be in tears. It was that beautiful. So give me a second and we'll be right back. Listen to some Spotify. I gotta just go get the controller real quick. No, shut up. Give me a good song. I want a good song. Give me a good song. All right, we got it. It's a good song. It's calling. It's calling.